So, you've got a business idea bouncing around in your head, right? But you're asking yourself, is it actually any good? We're about to walk through a super simple but really powerful way to find out if that idea has legs before you pour your time, your money, and let's be real, your soul into it. Let's kick things off with the one scenario that every single founder absolutely dreads. This right here, this is the nightmare. You spend months, maybe even years of your life, coding away, building something you think is brilliant, only to launch it to the sound of nothing, just crickets. It's the biggest fear for anyone starting something new. And honestly, it happens all the time. You could call this the founder's trap. It's that thing where you fall so in love with your own idea that you just barrel ahead and build it without ever stopping to ask the most important question: does anyone else care? But you know what? There is a much, much smarter way to go about this. This is the big mindset shift. It's moving away from that old, if I build it, they will come fantasy, and instead saying, let me see if they'll even show up, and then I'll build it. I'm telling you, embracing this one simple change can be the difference between a huge success and a painful failure. This whole thing is about getting a clear signal. Not wishy-washy feedback, but a simple yes or no. Either people are interested enough to click a button, or they're not. And hey, if they're not, you haven't just wasted half a year of your life. You can pivot, come up with a new angle, and test it again tomorrow. So how do we get that clear signal? We do it with a simple little process called validation. Now, I know that might sound like some fancy term from business school, but it's not. It's really just a test, and it's designed to answer one single thing for you. This is it. This is the only question that matters when you're just starting out. It's not, can I build it? It's not, will it be perfect? It is simply, is this worth my time? And validation is just the process of getting a real-world, data-driven answer to that question. Think about it this way. A click on a simple little web page is a small, low-effort stand-in for future demand. It's like a tiny little yes. And if you can't even get that tiny yes when the stakes are zero, it's going to be incredibly hard to get a much bigger yes later on when you're actually asking for their credit card. Okay, so that's the why. You get it. Testing your idea is smart. But what does this actually look like in the real world? How do you go from an idea that's just in your head to a real test with real data without it taking you weeks and weeks? Well, the answer is a simple 4-step process. And listen, the goal here is not perfection. The goal is speed. You want to get this done as fast as you can so you can get that data, which is the only thing that matters right now. Here they are. It's that simple. First, you nail down that powerful one-sentence description of your idea, your one-liner. Second, you stick it on a super simple one-page website. Third, you add a button, something like join the waitlist or get early access, that captures an email address. And finally, step 4, you share that link with people who could be your future customers. That's it. You could literally do this today. And you know what the best part is? You do not need a team of developers or designers to pull this off. The tools you need are cheap, they're fast, and they're incredibly easy to use. Just remember, the goal is just good enough to test the idea. That's all. This is so important to remember. At this stage, the product doesn't exist. There is no code. You're selling the promise. You're selling the vision, the outcome, the solution to their problem. And if people are excited enough by the outcome you're describing, trust me, they will sign up. So in practice, what does this look like? I mean, it could be a dead simple page with just a headline and a sign-up form, or if you want, you can make it look a little more polished with some fake screenshots showing what your app might look like one day. And that is totally okay. You're just helping them see the vision. Heck, even a simple sign-up page for a newsletter can do the trick. Let's just quickly run through the tools. Card is your go-to for pure speed. Seriously, you can have a page up in under an hour. Framer is what you'd use if you want it to look a bit more slick, a little more professional. And Behave is perfect if you want to immediately start building an email list and a community around your idea from day one. Okay, you get the why, you get the how. Now comes the most important part of all, actually doing it. So I'm giving you a challenge, an assignment, to take this whole thing from just an idea to a real-world action. That's the mission. Not next week, not when you have more time, tonight. Take your one-liner, pick one of those tools we just talked about, and build a simple page with a sign-up form. Just put your idea out into the world and see what happens. That idea that you've been turning over and over in your head, It could be the next big thing, or it could be a total non-starter. You can keep wondering about it, or you can spend a few hours tonight and get a real answer. So what are you waiting for?